So even though the concept of another Trump presidency scares me, and I mean terrifies me, like, do you see this shit? I do not blame his supporters for my fear, and as an expert in cultural trauma, I'm begging you not to either. We as humans share multiple complex aspects of identity, things like race, gender, and class, etc. But in the United States, in our culture, we focus so much on the individual. That means we are vulnerable to the systems that shape us in two main ways: how the system may be hurting us, or how the system may be serving us, because we're vulnerable to ignoring power dynamics. A lot of us will have a hard time seeing what influences our own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, so that makes it especially hard to see them in someone else. And if we don't understand someone, it's going to be hard to empathize with them. And something I say all the time about mental health and our current mental health crisis is that we blame ourselves and each other instead of placing our blame where it belongs. So again, even though I'm somebody who is feeling very terrified of what a Trump presidency may mean, I do not blame anyone who voted for him for my current fear. And here's why. So here we have this little visual of the 2024 election. I have America here at the top along with Trump because I say America functions like a narcissistic mother, and I'm on the team of people who believe Trump is a malignant narcissist, and that's why he's dangerous. But anyway, something that narcissists do is they cause division. They don't want the blame or negative attention going to them, so they triangulate. They make it so you are looking to someone else as the threat instead of them. So just looking at the emotional vibes coming out of the election, we have two groups. People voted either because they feared for a loss of rights and their sense of safety existing as who they are, where they are in America, and people voting for their sense of safety based on economic reasons like the cost of food or job security. And what we have in common is both sides feel like people don't care about them and what makes them feel unsafe. But what we aren't asking is, why did we only get to choose out of fear? What we need to be mindful of is not blaming the people who are on the same level as us. If a nightmare situation were to play out and we get a dictatorship situation, we're going to be needing each other more than ever. So it's okay to be sad, mad, and upset, or even feel uncommon okay about the election. It's okay to not be happy with people who voted differently. And if nothing catastrophic happens, we still need to be mindful to not feel morally superior in how we voted. That puts us at risk for further isolation and division. We are vulnerable to blaming each other instead of putting our blame where it belongs.